Hello everyone, it's Chris, Eldritch Pipes, with all kinds of bits and bobs to talk about. I'm smoking the Balkan Sobranie. Now, this is the new version, obviously, not the original. It's quite interesting in that this is the label on the back, imported by Orango Cigar Company, under license, made in the British Isles. That is the exact label that you will find on the back of Penzance, in fact all esoterica tobaccos. So it almost confirms that although it doesn't say anywhere on the tin, this is blended by J.F. Germain. I've had the Balkan Sobranie, which is very nice. Somewhat similar. I think the Balkan Sobranie is sweeter if memory serves. I can smoke this. I never did smoke the original, so I've got nothing to compare it to, but this is good. The other thing that's kind of a J.F. Germain clue is the cut of the tobacco as well. Most of the time, most tobaccos are in like a broken flake or a ribbon cut, or full flake. But this guy, like a lot of the Germain offerings and the Sobranie, is in a very fine, not quite shag cut, but a very fine ribbon, which does make me worry for them a bit, because the thinner the cut, the quicker they'll dry out, and I don't think I've got any jars left to jar this fellow. I guess I'll just have to smoke it. Alright, so if you haven't heard, the UK is now on virtual total lockdown for coronavirus, which has made this week very interesting. Both my other half is working at home now, and all the schools closed last week anyway, and so we're all at home, which is actually very pleasant. Very pleasant. In some ways, it's made very little difference to me. I mean, it's lovely having the family home all the time, but I'm here in my workshop making pipes, and that hasn't changed. So, but it's lovely being able to go and have lunch with the family. Really lovely. So that's very good. This is going to continue now for some time. I don't know. It has affected a couple of commissions, but not many. I think what I'm going to do is, as commissions come up, if you've got a commission with me, I'm probably going to just give you a quick email as your date comes up, just to confirm that you are still in a position to have your pipe. Because delivery to some countries has become an issue. Well, only one that I know of. Most other places, not an issue. But I'll just double check just to be super safe. Yeah, so that's the status on that side. So you might have, if you've subscribed to this channel, and I never prompt anyone to subscribe to this channel because that's just not... my business is making pipes, not YouTubing, so I don't go, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, hit the other thing, press all the buttons, comment, share. That's not me. But if you happen to have subscribed, you may have had a few notifications this week of me streaming. I've just been... there was good enough feedback last week on the question of streaming a listen-along to a horror podcast that I've been checking my rig for streaming and how it would cope. And the answer is very badly at the moment. I did probably 6 or 7 streaming tests last week, which you might have got notifications for. And it wasn't good. Now, whether that's the laptop I was trying to stream from, whether it is my internet connection, whether it is just the state of the internet in general, I don't know. I'll do some further tests this coming week to see if I can get something going. If I can't, then what I will do, instead of doing it as a live stream, I will do it as a serialized cast, so that, I say cast, broadcast, it won't be, as a serialized set of videos, whereby we'll play the podcast, and you'll hear the podcast, and anything that I want to add to it, and I'll leave it up for about a week, and you can comment and whatnot and enjoy it as they come out, and we'll just see. Who knows? Maybe my connection will pick up and things will be all right. I'd like to stream if I can, because the whole point is to have that social element to it. But maybe I just don't have good enough technology for it. So what have I been working on? Let me show you a couple of things. Oh, here's one in planning. So yeah, I've got another snail planned. He's going to sit really nicely as well. He just sits on that curve and he's going to be cool. So I'm looking forward to doing him. I'll have another smooth strawberry coming. This one is not a commission. This is one that I'm just making in my own time. I actually have some at the moment, so I'm enjoying just making the pipes as I see fit. And I'm also making, for the first time in a little while, a shroom. Now this has got a long way to go, but I was going to do a video at one point about Briar, but you may have heard me say that Daniel Mustrin, the Croatian pipe maker, did one, and I thought I probably wouldn't do one so soon after he did. But I did say that it would be interesting for me to say the things that I look for. Well, it's windy. But for example, for a pipe like this, you can see the shape of the plateau, kind of scooped, is really unusual. The briar grows like a ball, so ordinarily plateau is always concave, but nature being nature, this piece has turned out it's got a channel that's run convex, and that's a unique feature to take advantage of there. So it's actually going to be a bent one. All my other shrooms have been straight, but this one is going to be a bent shroom. And they're always really, really good fun to make. I haven't quite decided on what's going to happen down here. Sometimes these things come together as you're working them through. The skull tampers, the Herbert West reanimated skull tampers, all sold out really quickly. So sorry if you tried to get one and they were all gone. They're just made in very limited numbers at any one time, and I just make them as I have spare bits of time, and I try and save up enough so that there's some available, but obviously not lots. They're all, it's a completely handmade process from start to finish, so it takes time. But they've got some new ones coming very soon. They're all cast, they're out of the pressure pot. They've got some work to do, but there will be some a couple of new of the green formaldehyde ones, and there will be some trapped in amber ones. Again, those will go on the Etsy site as soon as they're available, and I'll probably do a video to say, hey, guess what, they're up. Grab them as fast as you can. It's nice to be able to do something that, little things like those that people like. It's tobacco. I'm thinking that's actually quite mild. You open the tin and it does give that like nice, oily latakia. But actually, it's about halfway through the bowl now, and I would say the latakia is kind of backed off. And you really have this sort of sweetness. Sweet and spicy. With a mellow, woody latakia. Latakia. It's no good. I'll never remember to say, put the stress on latakia. I said latakia for too long. I think I swallowed a bit of tobacco. No bad thing. Very aromatic. Very incense-like. Kind of sandalwood. There's actually an incense that I've got called, I think it's called like wood incense, something vague like that. This has a little touch of that, plus maybe a little frankincense. It's that sweet and smoky. Sweet, smoky incense kind of translates as a kind of frankincense. Actually, I think I've described another English style blend as being a bit churchy. You know what I mean? Catholic, churchy. swinging the incense around. Very nice. I can smoke that, no problem. Alright, that's it for today. Yeah, so we'll see what transpires with the streaming, and who knows. But you'll know soon enough. You'll probably get another 6 dead notifications telling you that Eldritch Pipes is streaming. And I'm not. Well, I will be, but that'll just be some kind of null video that won't play. Alright, that's it from me. Take it easy, and I'll see you again soon. Stay safe.